Welcome into When It All Falls Apart, the Poetic Nurse. This is the instrumental, When It All Falls Apart. Guys, I don't know. I'm always looking at my hair when I come up on here. All right. Because I don't know how much YouTube is going to let me play my music until I learn how to put it right. But okay, it's our Sunday. It's at 6 o'clock. Let me get some light on me. All right, and what do we do? What do we do on Sundays? We talk about when it all falls apart. When it all falls apart, right? How are we feeling on the inside when it all falls apart? Kind of yucky, huh? And no matter how good someone tells us it's going to get, do we believe it? Do you believe it? So let me set the intention. I set the intention for anyone going through anything, anyone having a hard day, anyone needing a pick me up from life, needing that moment to just be calm, comforted. You hear this message. So I feel led to just do mm, not even poetry, but just speak in a poetic way that when things fall apart, it simply looks like everything around you, including you, is shattered. You don't feel like you're whole. You don't feel like you can pull the pieces together faster before something else breaks again. You feel under pressure. You feel overwhelmed. Sometimes you're facing reality. Other times it may not even be facing reality. It could just be you running from it. There's so many different things that we do and we react when we're stressed. And so the first thing I want to say is whatever that toxic, that bad habit, that thing that you're not proud of that you do when you're stressed, it's okay because you've recognized it. So, in recognizing it, that now means that you have the opportunity to reverse it. You now have the opportunity to say, I don't have to do that. Or even while I'm doing that, I'm going to reach for something more. If you feel like when things fall apart, you're at rock bottom. Hello, you're at rock bottom. What would be the good thing about being rock bottom? What would be good about not having anything else? Make sure you follow me, Isaac. You're in When Things Fall Apart every Sunday at 6 p.m. And so I want us to remember that we're looking up. You're rock bottom. You're at the bottom, so you look up. And we're not looking up to compare ourselves. We're not looking up to see what someone else has. I want you to channel, be so focused on you, no one else. You matter, right? And you matter so much that when Poetic Nurse gets up, when she says this 6 o'clock, she sets the intention that whoever needs to hear it, who's ever close to their breakthrough, close to the blessing, close to something happening, that they hear this, right? And so we want to be the best version of ourselves. But I also want you to believe that that's in you, that it's already there, that just the desire from you wanting to be the best version of yourself means you're already on that path. Welcome in, Jason from Madagascar. Believe it. Welcome in, Kylie. So believe that you are going to strategically, effectively pick yourself back up. And also remember that when things fall apart, there is this knowing that you can place inside of you. That let me be grateful for the things that I have, and let me know that the last time I felt like this, the last time something happened, the last time it was that greater thing, hmm, then I overcame that. I'm here today. No, Isaac, I'm not a Buddhist, right? But I believe in universe. I believe in source. And I believe that no matter what our religion is or what we believe, the one thing that we deal with as human beings is pain, failure. Kylie, you can put your question in the chat. So, and you're probably right, right? Because the one thing that I've learned is that all of religions, philosophies, universe, they usually have an underlying tone of the same thing, especially when you're dealing with positivity. So, what we're talking about today is when things fall apart, what do you do? How do you feel? How do you get over it? How do you deal with it in the process? And so, my thing is gratitude, being grateful. Grateful for what you have doesn't change the situation, doesn't mean that everything's going to turn out right. But what it does mean is that you're going to up your state of being. Why is that important? Why is it important to up your vibration, to up your state of being, to up how you feel, right? The reason, the reason why you want to do that is because it's going to bring in the energy of lifting you up, right? And then things are going to, I mean, we've all been there, right? Where I hope everyone finds a random $20. Thank you, Melody, right? And not only that, but that it's something that we can do for ourselves in the moment. It meets you right where you are. Doesn't mean that you have to be a hurrah. Doesn't mean you have to be as positive as me. Does it? No, you can be right who you are. You can even be mad and say gratitude. I'm pissed that this happened. How can I be grateful for someone lying to me? You know what? I'm grateful that I caught them in that lie. So now I know the truth. I'm grateful that I found out about that thing because now I can act accordingly. I'm grateful that I woke up. I'm grateful that I can breathe, that I can see. I'm grateful that even though I'm going through everything I'm going through, I have a way to get on YouTube and listen to one speak straight to me. And make sure you're following me if you're not. Subscribe. I appreciate it. I thank you. I believe that no matter what we believe, Isaac, that, man, I was just talking about this. I definitely believe there's a God. I know there's a higher source. And I'll tell you how this is what I was thinking. I'm in Florida and there's palm trees. And the palm tree can go down to the ground in a storm. Literally. The whole branch, the whole thing. And then you look up the next day and it hasn't broken. 2 days later, it hasn't broken. It's standing back. Just imagine that creator of that tree and of that storm said, I'm going to make sure that since this area has hurricanes, I'm going to build trees that last because there's going to be people who need to breathe from those trees. Just imagine. So, whatever you're going through, that being that created you means every molecule, every cell, everything you have inside of you is already pointing back at you like, I got you. This is truly your higher self. And the thing is, are you going to do it? Are you going to stay in looking at what you don't have? Are you going to stay in thinking on lack? Are you going to stay with the negative thoughts? Are you going to stay believing that every good thing is a lie? Because you have that option too. But I'm here to say that my purpose today was to tell you you matter. My purpose today was to get on here and be like, you got to do what you got to do. Listen, my skin is dry. You are, Isaac. You're the only one here. And as you're here, there's other people dropping in, and when I post it, they will see it too. But guess what? Even if you were the only one to see it, Isaac, my job is done. That means I was only here for you. That's how important you are. That what I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're thinking about. I don't know what's going on in your day, your week, or your month. But I came here because in this moment, there was something that needed to be said to say, you got this. And how do I know? Because I overcame. And the same strength that I can pull on to, you have inside of you, and you can pull into it. And if everything is going great, then that's just storing up words and storing up the feelings that are going to catapult you when the next obstacle comes. And it's better to be prepared than to have to get it done when it's already happening. And so I just want people to know that you can make it. You will make it. Making it doesn't always look like how we think. It's not always how I want to say, oh, I'm going to thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. But it's not always going to be like, okay, you know what? This is going to happen. ABC is going to happen. And because A, B, and C is going to happen, then, you know, I got in the school. Then when ABC doesn't happen, what does that mean? It's not going to happen? No. A door is closed, you go through the window. A window is closed, you go through the back door. You do what you have to do. Stay legal. Well, that would be a thing, Isaac. How do I define happiness? Well, first of all, it would really be how do you define happiness? Because it's the same like success. The happiness meter is going to be up to you because it's your own personal view. So, my happiness is gratitude. In a moment when I can say, at this moment in the present right now, I'm good. I'm safe. I'm covered. I have shelter. I have food. I love myself. I'm thinking of me. And I told myself in this moment, I will be happy. So my happiness is defined by what I put on it. And what makes me happy? Well, I'm fulfilled right now because I feel like my heart reached out right? Because sometimes things are just called on us. And I showed up. I could, and when you show up for other people, when you're going through things, it helps you get through it. It helps you go through it. Greatest wish. My greatest wish is for people to have peace inside. My greatest wish is for people's pain to stop. That's my greatest wish. That people will feel comfort who feel alone. That people will know that they are important and they won't make permanent decisions that could ruin their life or someone else's life just for a moment, for an emotion. My greatest wish is that people could believe in themselves. Greatest wish. That love, that people didn't think that love hurting is what love is. Love doesn't hurt. Love is an action and a behavior that comes with no requirements, no expectations. It's given. And so, if I can be a beacon of light, if I can be a beacon of peace, if I can be a beacon of hope, gratitude, love, whatever that person's willing to receive, everybody doesn't want love. Well, I thank you, Isaac. I mean, I definitely study a lot of different things, right? And I do have, I believe, like a Buddha incense holder. I believe that we will look up in our afterlife, whatever that may be, and we will see that we all were the same. Even though we thought we knew there was a place that we thought we knew that there be this, heaven and hell and this and that and scales and maybe it is. But there's a lot of things that we don't know. There's a lot of mysteries. And so what I do know is that I'm a person. You're a person. And if we're thinking about the likes, if we're thinking about the follows, if we're thinking about money, if we're not thinking about the person, then we've lost because you, the person, matter and you can't be defined. You're not defined by your name. You're not defined by your failures or your successes. You're not defined by how much money you have in the account. You are a soul, right? And you're harboring this vessel. And so even if there's things that you don't like about me or things I don't like about you, but on a soul level, there is no skin color, there is no bad experiences. There's this form of spirit. And in that spirit, we hold a knowing. And that knowing says, I'm here for a reason. I passed all them cells to get to that egg for a reason. And though I might not know the reason, and though I might be lost and feeling all types of ways because of the things that have happened in my life, what I do know is that I can make a difference. And you start with you. Why can I come on here and speak to you? Because I've spoken to myself. I've stated to myself, you matter. You can do it. Show up anyway for yourself. And when you show up, there might not be hand claps. There might not be cheers. It might be only one or two of us, but look at the moment that we had. Look at the time that we had. Look at where we exist in a time. I don't have to send it over Telegram. I don't have to send it over mail or email. I literally can get right here in my voice, right here in my face, right here in my eyes, and say to you, you can make it. Please believe you will. When things fall apart, please believe that you will make it. Please believe it. Not for me, for you. Because at what point did someone tell you that what you have or what you don't have defines you? Right? So, in all that, in all of that, I say to you, hold on, keep the faith. You know, life is very interesting. And I tell you it's interesting because you see people for who they are, their hurt, their pain, their dismissal, their noise to drown you out. And sometimes I used to think like, I have to speak every time, I have to take up for myself. But sometimes you just have to get quiet and know who you are. I'm going to rub some people the wrong way. They're going to ask me, who do I think I am? And I don't have to say anything. I just simply show up and be me, right? And then when people want to outshine you, fall back. Let them do it. Let them do whatever they need to do to feel however they need to feel. But when it comes to you, you don't change yourself for anyone but you. I feel really, I'm a light. I am undefinable. There's so many layers to me. How could I really define myself? How could I define you besides from the comments to us, we're having an experience? If I try to trickle in my mind what that experience it is, it's just a message and we're commenting. I'm just answering it. It's energy exchange. When I go through all of that, I lose what is. So the defined is just we are existing essentially, universally. There's a way that we're one. There might be only one thing. Might be you like apples, I like apples. Maybe you like positive words, I like positive words. Maybe you went through something painful and I went through something painful and it's similar even though we don't know it. But how do you define that? I could say I'm an encourager. I'm an uplifter. I do poetry. I'm a poet. I'm human. I'm African American. I'm a daughter. I'm an ex-wife. I'm a mother. How would I define? What title would I use? Right? Even positive. Yes, I'm kind. Yes, I'm compassionate. Yes, I can be sarcastic. Yes, I can have an attitude. They don't define me. The behavior that I'm exuding defines me. Are you a poet too, Isaac? Well, I hope that you're writing it and publishing it. Poetry is so important to me. So, yeah, like get your words out, get your legacy out. Say it to people, right? So, am I a poet? I am. Been writing since I was 8 and I'm 45 now, but it still doesn't define me. I really can't define myself besides saying that I'm human and just like I was born, one day I must pass. And in between, there's a dash. And I'm determined, great energy, Isaac, and I'm determined to make a difference during that dash. I'm determined to have a grateful life. I'm determined to think the best. I'm determined to have what I want to have in whatever fashion that comes in, right? Because I've already done the depression, I've already done the anxiety. Thank you. I've already done the upsetness, I've already done the accusation, I've already been the critical of myself. And you know what that did? Made me feel worse, made me believe that I couldn't do it, made me doubt. It didn't do anything for me. So, what is the opposite? Sometimes the opposite, people are like, you're delusional. Okay. I'm delusional till it happens. And then once it happens, then what? Delusion turns into manifestation? I do too. Because the other thing is when you have like-minded people and like-minded energy, guess what happens? The energy connects and it compounds. So this is why when you're going through things, it's not good to be around someone who has bad energy or who is projecting things on you. You have to protect yourself from that because the energy connects and then it builds. And so now it's like I have this energy, you have this energy, we're exchanging it, and now we're feeling great. We come out, it might only be 10, 15, 20. I only do these for 30 minutes on Sundays. But that 30 minute is an energy out there that is reaching. It's reaching because I set an intention to reach what needs it. Even if we don't need we need it. Because when I'm going through YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm doing different things, and I hear somebody say something or I see a post that uplifts me, it's like, yeah, I needed that. I needed to hear that. I needed to believe that. I think it's funny because when we hear certain things, I used to hear people always say, faith of a mustard seed. Yours 20 years? It'll be faith of a mustard seed. And it's like you only need this much faith, right? But then I heard someone else talk about when you plant a mustard seed, the roots are big, they're thick, they go stretch, they go deep down. So was that message about trusting faith as a mustard seed, or was it talking about planting the faith of a mustard seed and it growing to where you no longer have faith, you no longer have hope? It's I know because I said it. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to survive. I'm not just going to survive. I'm going to thrive. I'm going to get over this. I might have my days. I might cry. I might be in need, but I'm going to get it. And I'm going to keep it until something else comes. I'm going to do the best that I can with what I have. And who's stopping you? Like, who can really stop you? And if they really can stop you, why are you allowing it? Why? Allow yourself to do what's best for you. So I am Poetic Nurse. That is literally my name. That's what I write under. And you can Poetic Nurse here. If you go to Poetic Nurse Arts AI, you can also follow that page. I do I ams, I do gratitudes. I do encouraging. I even have a couple of sleep videos, audios on there. So yeah, poetic nurse. And I took that name going to school. I was going to school to be a nurse. 3 classes in, decided not to go to the program. And I was in accountability, and we were just talking about student loans and different things. And I was just like, I don't want to go in and I don't have my heart in it anymore. And they said, you know what, your poetry is poetic nurse. Well, it's okay. Listen, I am going to start doing more lives here. So it's going to be more than Sundays. But please come in, Isaac. Sundays, write in the comments when I post. I'll be posting more and already connected, right? And so I just want to thank you guys for being here with me. Isaac, it was wonderful talking to you. And thank you for telling me I'm going to look up some Buddhist stuff, right? Because again, I'm open to learning and just you telling me the way that the philosophies goes. Maybe there's something there for me to read, to learn, to know, right? And so I will. And so with that, thank you for the subscribe. I'll see you guys again soon. And I'm here every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's when things fall apart. Remember, you got this. And I'm grateful for you. Blessings.